Alright, I am back. Oh, I needed a snack and a bathroom break, and he dropped his pacifier. I had to go wash it, but... Okay. Let's try talking to her
You
again.
hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in?
Excuse me? Of course not.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was easy.
A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Looks like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. Ew.
Satisfied?
Okay.
My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
Stop. I know. Hang on. Mariel, Charpentier, agent with my realty. Okay.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
I don't need your idea, I just need to ask you some questions.
Very well, but please make it quick. I need to be back in La Delta in an hour.
Okay. What are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
Reprehensible, who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent. But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall. Can you believe it? And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money.
The sum must have been puny.
Couldn't have been that much. These apartments look pretty shabby.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable. I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
So wait, what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
Okay. That's all. Thank you.
Of course.
Oh, dang it. There we go. Better? There you go. Come on. Oh my god, this kid. Come on. Say, There. Okay. Will you stop pulling it out of your mouth?
Master Investigator, you just
Okay.
can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It's my duty as a cop.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
I know, what's wrong here? Okay. Okay. This could be fun. I want to try this one instead. Let's try talking to her now.
Give me a moment.
Just a real estate agent.
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Yes. Well, I hope they're good people.
Your statements are too vague to comment on.
Ask away, police.
Nope.
She mumbles. What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
Because I keep saying none of the above to political stuff, isn't it?
It's also about that, but it's also more. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin, but something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
What is a kingdom of conscience?
It is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
How do you do that?
Incrementally. History's greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly.
Okay.
That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually. Increment by increment.
Okay, but what's it actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe. Partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The kingdom of conscience is post-capitalist, post-national.
Facts. Continue.
It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
Let's do it.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Alright, then let's get there. Eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all going to be so much happier.
Okay, what does that do? So that's gonna take a bit. I mean, we learned that her room is over here. Probably this up here. Can I do anything else with her?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Of course, Detective. You can always drop by late. What we do.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely represent. She nods.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
I don't want to do a run check.
Of course.
The
The
situation
situation is
low.
extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching
Wait, what does
I'm
it need to
afraid
be,
I
though?
can't say any
Suggestion?
more until we've taken... Of course. But the situation is extremely That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid
Did you
better
know
not tie the
something?
force day to the bat stay on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with.
Okay. So she didn't have anything now. I wonder if I can ask the guy, like, I wonder if the, like, the Hulk dude knows anything about the tattoos, if he'd even tell me.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Okay, what are your tattoos supposed to be?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting the frick. He must think redheads are in.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection.
The drawings
Yeah, I do
are
remember
precise
this.
and look true to their pseudo-scientific ambitions. One thing, however, it is not entirely free of throwbacks in the phylogenetic tree. His large jaw, for example, could be a trait indicative of criminalism.
Your silence betrays.
Okay, why are you not with the Hardy
I
Boys?
am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
Are you done eating for now? You over. Put you on your back. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Feminine clique of bodybuilders, oh god.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually
There's more to it. What have you got against them?
Fine. They have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
Who?
Find out for yourself, endomorphic blob.
Okay, so there's something with the woman then. I don't know if I ever tried talking to her again.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there,
What do you
but
think happened?
I don't know.
No.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so my authority is +2.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Hi. Okay, Everett said you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play.
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Why don't you push me some more and find out?
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Titus?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I am, you big pussy. The old man sent word you'd be around again. That's the reason I'm being so forthcoming with you.
I know, you
Don't
probably
wear
want
it
some
out.
more food. That's okay. Hey? Spin! Mm-hmm. Spin! Figured you'd want more. Yep. Ah. 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 There we go. Come on. Ah. There you go.
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
God, it's so low. I need to roll 16. Essentially would have to roll a double 6. Yeah, I want to talk about the hanging again.
Just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
How does the bullet in his head factor into this?
Huh? How the fuck do I know? Anyone could have shot him. Target practice, maybe.
Interesting, sire. It's as if he's lying to protect someone. He's not very good at it.
This line of questioning is over. You got the cause of death already? Hanging. If there's any post-mortem trauma, it's your problem. This will not turn into a cross-examination.
About fucking time.
Okay. My perception is capped already. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. Oh, screw it. I'm gonna take an authority. It's not gonna help too much with this, but... I mean, I can retry it, so...
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Yeah, so we only got... I mean, 14 out of 16, that's actually not bad. If I'd rolled a little better. just need to roll a 10 or more. That's it, that's all I
Did
got.
you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results. You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
The fuck are you talking about? Gun? No one's gonna let you wave a gun around here.
First you tell me someone's been assaulted, and then you don't say who. That's bullshit.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
Guess we're both the law around here if you start to think about it.
No, asshole. You're nobody. I'm the law.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment. We get it. You're all the law.
Jeez. Okay, we get it. No
Hey, you
need
still
to
haven't explained the
piss in my-
bullet.
You still on about that bullet? A bullet in a hangman's head. You're right, Copper. That is mighty curious.
Truly curious, if you hanged him, how did it get there?
Well, there are so many bullets in the world, and so many heads. I guess it's only logical. At some point, one of them bullets had to end up in one of them heads.
I don't know, man.
It's bound to happen again, you know? Just statistically speaking, of course.
Sire, it would be an event most dramatic if you were to produce the bullet and dangle it before their very eyes.
I think the hanging was a cover-up.
You know what I think? I think he was shot in the head as a kid, and his brain grew around the bullet.
Once more?
Around the bullet, man. That's a good one.
All the goofing around is to avoid lying. It's a technique.
Show the bullet.
Wow! He's got it in a real evidence bag and all!
I'd be asleep again.
Why don't you go home and log it into evidence? These men have told you what happened.
Did you shoot him?
Shit! I probably did shoot him. I was drunk last night. You guys know me when I'm drunk.
Yeah, Glenn likes to shoot his guns when he's drunk. Better hope he stays sober.
I'll figure this out sooner or
Never
later.
been worried in my life.
It's not like you blew it wide open, but there's a little crack in there.
Okay, so that's getting bigger and bigger. I'm gonna wait till dude's back.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form. There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. One can't see into the Union box from the yard outside. That hawthorn is too thick.
look at that from the outside? No. Okay. I don't know if there's anything else I can do today. I want to figure out this door, but...
Can I help you? Another thing. Great, yes.
Hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
Water lock on the canal is broken. Oh, so he's probably just stuck on the other
Oh
side.
my. What happened to the water lock?
I really don't know.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. You've spared me another sleepless night. Listen, sweetie, I hate to ask, but if your investigation happens...
I will.
The quest for knowledge is never over.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting
I
for
see him,
him
I'll let him
here
know
at
you're
the
here.
Whirling. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
The door is closed. This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Nothing can hurt her.
Still nothing.
Can I try to get the tie again?
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. The lights are on. This fan has two chain pull switches. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Oh.
The faucet is quite terribly mangled, but you just might be able to twist
Okay.
its parts into place. You handle the chain cutters deftly, applying just enough pressure. The faucet regains a recognizable shape. The steam stops. Told you that you needed those chain cutters. Everything is connected. Everything has a purpose. The mirror begins to clear slowly without you having to wipe it.
I mean, might as well try it again.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing.
Okay. There's lots of bottles here. Hi. I don't know how to get up onto the roof. There's nothing outside. Don't know if there's anything else that I can do right now.
An old call box. East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the doomed commercial area.
I mean, I might as well try this.
No, hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Okay.
Silence. No one answers your call.
Actually, did I ever ask what's her face about the pinball place? Turn you back around. There you go. Alright. I don't think I ever tried this with the chain cutter either.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice. You slip your fingers under the frozen lid, but the ice, no. This is going to need something else. Some kind of super pry bar. Don't even try to open it with a regular pry bar. You're just... If you want to try again, then you need to have the...
Equip the pry bar by going to the tools
Yes,
tab.
yes, I know that, but... Can I actually... What about coming back here now that we know about the...
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall.
Hey,
It's
where
too
am
dark
I?
inside, a secret room infested with rats, spiders, and woodlice.
What does this mean, a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around Martinez. This is an interesting coincidence. Could prove useful in some way. You don't know how, yet, but it might be useful down the road. This is a good find. Really justifies coming down here and looking around. The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Never... Okay, there's nothing there. Wait, I think I did ask her about the pinball.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it's
It's
still
not named
doesn't
East Delta
work,
Pinball.
but sure. Right. It used to be a gaming arcade. This is an ancient failure, before my time. I'm not surprised, however. My advice, don't base your business on a fad. Hypnotism, floriog. Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarifies. Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. Ah, yes, Fortress accident. It's too bad they never finished their game. The Wiro Untethered die is a variation of a standard role-playing die. Only, instead of plants, it uses motifs of ice and death. And loss, of course.
Ice, death, loss. Sounds like you.
I'm thinking something made from alligator jawbone, cast in black resin. The reptile bone is as white as ice, and dead as, well, death. For 7 real, I could have it ready in 8 hours.
Okay, 7 real. That's not bad. It's a deal.
Great. See you in 8 hours then. Was there anything else?
Okay, so I really have, like, nothing to do now. I think I just have to waste time until I can go to sleep. You know what? I'm gonna put those in each hand. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else that I can do. I'm gonna go talk to the pawn shop owner again just in case. And then I'll probably just try to spend some time. Oh, I wonder if he'll know about the antique gun.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty.
Dig up a truly cool figurine.
Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Oh, that's the Headless Fawn Rider.
Who?
The Headless Fawn Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it, or something. That part of the story has many interpretations.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the head.
50 cents, I'll take it.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you.
Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the
Do
blink
the
of
same
an
thing
eye.
back at the bookstore too, maybe. Especially if I need to kill time anyways.
Yes. A little worn around the edges, but I'm pretty sure it's fully intact.
They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets.
This looks like the Renee, the old guy who was playing baton.
That they do. The uniforms are precisely the same. Some even have the same shaped medals pinned to their chest.
Which one?
I'm gonna try putting him back down again.
Royalist soldiers from the time of the Revolution. The uniforms are painted a bit too brightly, I suppose.
He's back asleep. Right.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope.
Maybe.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb. Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath it,
somebody like this, I know.
The antlers on the hood of the man's cloak and his piercing blue eyes are familiar.
What's the deal with the man on the shirt?
That's the man from Hjelmdal walking away as his village burns.
Guessing I'm supposed to know who that is, but I lost my memory.
Huh?
Never mind, tell me more about him.
The man from Hjelmdal is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Kotla. Mostly what is nowadays Arda NFD. He left his native village of Hjelmdal after his son was kidnapped, having many exciting adventures and killing many enemies with his swords. But he lost his family in the process.
How much are you selling it for?
2 real.
Okay.
That's very cheap for a printed t-shirt that's still in pretty good shape.
Unusually cheap, isn't it?
It should belong to anyone who is ready to wear it.
But didn't you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name.
I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit enterprise.
Yes.
Welcome to Hjelmdal, officer.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
Is that a street light?
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
Where did you get it?
It was brought to me to be altered.
Get some sleep. Don't spit it back out already. Okay. There you go. To be altered.
The light's buzzing resembles the purring of a cat. It seems very much at home here. The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape
Hey,
reels.
I just got an empty tape reel too.
One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. A classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
What I really want to know is, could this come in handy?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape. Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed
12
in
real.
Seoul.
Okay, I don't have enough
Plays
of that
all
yet.
reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there.
Are you sure it's
It'll
in
set
working
you-
order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though I don't really like music. Hello again. How can I help you?
Roy's prices are strange.
Okay, he definitely is high. Whatever it is, you've probably done it, and many other things besides. But you can't cut through the jumble of
Oh, I
sensations
failed.
to get to the answer.
Oh, come on. Terrible.
Looking at his wares, talking to him, that might give you more clues.
Do you have any guns like the ones carried by,
I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Okay,
I
do
do
you know
my
anything?
best to keep my distance from all manner of...
He doesn't know anything. The pawnbroker's gaze is all...
If I'm right... I'm pretty sure that's this guy's truck here.
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. The fumes of heavy fuel oil waft over you.
Here we go, the
The driver
stickers.
has adorned his space with a substantial, a large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. It is the seal of Royalist era
Okay.
Revachol.
Oh, what's in the back
The back
seats?
end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eelndal in the Lost City of the Pig.
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
What are you
Not
calling?
much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say.
Look, I'm here.
Koiko may be another derogative.
Yep.
In fact, Yukokata is a
It's not in the
desolate
south and they don't
wasteland.
grow apples there.
Says who?
It's literally in the name, the zone of ecological
Then
catastrophe.
I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're every.
The man bites his lip.
It's about biology. Not
I've done
the
most of
most
this
popular
already,
topic
so-
nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to. I'm not just. People who've studied these things say that we are superior by design. So naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously.
Yes, I can
you
really
can't
tell.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing. This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The Kips are showing a good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species out there, breeding like rabbits. They're on the precipice of cultural...
Cultural victory? What is this then?
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new subrace. Don't push your luck.
Okay, so that didn't help, but what if I wear this shirt? Because this gives me the physical stuff. What if I wear this while we try to open up the ice cream machine? Wait. What was that?
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting. Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair. Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Humid, your coat shields you from the rain while the city shivers around you.
Okay.
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez. With its motorboats, the ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What's down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your finger.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Shake your shoulders.
You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. You realize you have no shoes on. Your feet are red with cold.
I have shoes on. I have boots.
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play. The news at noon.
Not noon.
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. The lingering odor of decomposition mixes with that of damp soil.
What's below?
Collapsed storm drains. Old sewage systems flooded with rainwater.
The storm drain! There's this
Weapon
drain that I
caches from
couldn't
the
do anything
revolution.
with. I wonder if I can do that now that I've got both of the
Down
tools
to
on.
Royam. The catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead. A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised. The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock. In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
Okay, what's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears. These spring thaw will not last. The winter will return to Revachol.
Yeah, I just realized I have to come and check this grate with both of the tools equipped. Or I can't? Oh, I can't do it now. Maybe it's because he's there? Oops. Okay, let's come check this with this on.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Minus 20 though. Yeah, there's almost no chance of that. Okay, there's one more place I want to check before we try and waste some time.
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her.
Okay, so there wasn't anything there. Okay, so that I might have a chance at right now because it's medium. That's legendary. That's medium. Okay.
Hello again, esteemed officer. Okay, but please, only a few questions. You wouldn't want to disturb the spirit.
The woman before you skipped. The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian.
Any of these
on the cover.
books call out to
Nearly
me.
all the titles contain the word. A twinge at the back of your head makes you flinch. Your eye starts twitching.
What is it?
Your hand reaches toward a book with glossy cover art of the very muscular man from Helmdall in chains, kneeling in front of a staircase leading to a throne. A woman sits on the throne, leering at the man. Between the throne and the Helmdaller man lies a bonfire, casting shadows on the wall. The shadow of the woman's headdress looks like a pair of devil horns. The title reads, Man from Helmdall and the Devil Woman.
Interesting.
The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Helmdall novels.
Okay, yeah, because I don't have enough yet.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelves.
Okay. Did I do the attempt here that was medium? I don't know if I did. But we're gonna go take a look.
You're back.
All around you, rain keeps falling down. On the wooden boards she's standing on, and on the water around you.
At your book.
Very rugged. Good choice. Now, I suspect you had questions. What we do.
There was a touch of discomfort there. She wants to merely She
Oh,
nods.
wait, no, that's the wrong thing. Am I missing that?
I'm afraid I can't say any more until
Oh,
we've taken
that's
care
why I
of
didn't
full
do it, because
protocol.
it's red. No, that's different.
Of course. But the situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all. What would you like to know? Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is not an archipelago.
Thought it was one big island.
Okay, if you want to get technical. The point is, we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
She's referring to Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage.
In any case,
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Why am I even thinking about this? I have police work to do.
Have it your way.
You have a license?
officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
That doesn't mean you have a license.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the damn license?
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officer. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but 2 Insulindic regattas, and finished once.
Don't need to see the license.
Technically speaking, you don't.
Pretty sure I do. A police.
Then certainly you must know that under the Wayfarer Act, the RCM doesn't have the authority to demand anyone's operator license.
Okay, then.
Freedom of movement and all that.
Then what's even the point of a license?
The Wayfarer Act is one of the few pieces of legislation governing human interaction in the Revachol zone of control, along with the emergency trade and
What's the point of a
elements
license if you don't ever have to show it? You can just say, yes, I have a license.
The one time this busted up cabbage has something useful for your job, you just want to stare at some boat. Fine. Knock yourself out.
About the boat?
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
What kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby. Good. Of course. I'm glad you asked. Yes.
I've done this a lot already.
Her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence. Holly. Indeed. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
What is this? Volition. I'm not seeing it anywhere, though.
The scabs.
Don't let her answer it herself.
If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a...
It's implied. She's open to this.
Of course. How else can I help? More lessons in basic reality?
Okay, here's some
My
of
favorite
it.
part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything.
Oh!
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the...
What world? The only one, I suppose. The world of matter. And its pale antipode.
Okay.
Of bodies of water and forest-covered surfaces, clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it, in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
Okay.
It does. There are those who would call it hell. A term of hatred that originates, like many such things,
So, well, there comes
with
the
the Mesk petro-fascists.
name of the game, sort of.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit. Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
How about it's a ball?
That's looking less and less likely, Detective. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three, they're piecing together a dark grey corona. Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Wait, what the hell are you telling me?
You seem to be spooked. Please don't be.
The pale, and what do you mean corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly,
well, this is
imagine
getting
vast swathes
weird.
of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of our rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Fractured corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
Doesn't sound like any kind of disco I'd like to go to.
But you already have. And you're doing just fine, despite the rubble.
The cold seeps into you. The air is heavy with 80% humidity.
That is a very low chance, though. What is pale?
The pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality. It is the opposite of reality.
Okay, but what is it?
Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass.
And what's an isla?
Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde.
And Insulinde is...
An oceanic isla. It comprises mostly of water. Muindi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinde the bluest. What can I say? Each is perishing and dear.
Okay then, what's the Pale?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other, or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
The negation of being.
That's right. The negation of being.
Alright guys, hold tight. I'm gonna be right back after a short break and then we will continue.